Today we're making these beautiful pretzel rolls. Perfect for sandwiches, for burgers, even for chicken, or just snacking like that. I know Lulu's ready. You ready for a pretzel roll? Yes, she is. All right, let's show you how to make it. To start, you're gonna need 1.5 cups of milk, along with 2 tablespoons of salted butter. To this, you're gonna add 2 teaspoons of granulated sugar. All right, so now you're gonna wanna heat this up, whether on the stovetop or the microwave, till it gets to about 110 to 115 degrees. That's the perfect temperature for yeast. All right, if the butter doesn't completely melt, it's okay. You don't have to worry about it. So now we're gonna heat this up. All right, so once you got it to your proper temperature, there it is, perfect. We're gonna add 1 packet or 2¼ teaspoons of active dry yeast. And you're gonna mix that in fully. And we're gonna wait about 5 minutes until this is all nice and foamy. Once your yeast is all ready, look how nice and foamy that is. See that head on that? Nice. All right, so in your stand mixer, you're gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt, along with 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. So I did 3.5 cups. If we need a little bit more, we could always just add some more. All right, so we're gonna pour this right in. Okay, and then we're gonna mix it until we get a nice dough ball. And if it's too wet, just add a little bit more flour. Use like 1/4 cup at a time. Let's see how this comes out. All right, so once your dough ball is formed, I ended up using the 4 cups of flour, so I had to add another 1/2 cup. You're gonna knead this on the countertop just a couple times. Get it nice and smooth. Give it a couple little smacks. Okay, so you got this nice dough ball. We're gonna put this in a bowl, top it with a little olive oil, because you don't want it to form a crust. All right, give it a good little rub. All right, then we're gonna cover this with some plastic wrap or a damp towel. I'm gonna do plastic wrap. And then you're gonna allow this to rise for for at least an hour, until it's doubled in size. So give it a nice warm spot. It's almost 90 degrees outside, so this is going right outside. All right, make sure it's covered, and make sure you get that olive oil in there. All right, so we'll see this in an hour. All right, so we have the dough proofing outside. So you know what time it is. That's right, it's everybody's favorite time. It's cocktail time, yay! All right, so today's apple whiskey shower, you're gonna start with 2 ounces of whiskey. Kill that bottle. About 1.5 ounces of apple schnapps. About 2 ounces of sour mix. And then a splash of strawberry daiquiri mix. Just give it a nice color. All right, so now it's gonna get a shaky, and then we pour. See, isn't that pretty? There we go. All right. And now for the taste test. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Oh my gosh. If you love whiskey sours, this has the apple. You get the slight sweetness from the strawberry. Oh, so refreshing. Ooh, that's so good. This is dangerous. All right, so if you make this, let us know. Cheers. All right, so the dough's been rising for just about an hour. You can see it's more than doubled in size. Look at it, it's huge. All right, so we're gonna get this onto a floured surface. Just like that. We're gonna try to get some of the bubbles out. Not a lot of them, but just some. All right, then we're gonna cut this in half. Okay. Then each half we're gonna cut in half. And then each of these quarters we're gonna cut in half again as well. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make 8 rolls. All right, so with each of these wedges, we're gonna create 8 individual little rolls. Okay. Just like that. All right, so now we're gonna do the rest of them. Just like that. And once you have them all rolled out, what you're gonna do is cover this with some plastic wrap. You wanna get it on there tight, and then we're gonna allow these to rise for another hour. If you don't wanna wait that long, 45 minutes is more than enough. Even a half hour. All right, but yeah, we wanna give these time to proof a little bit and just give them, you know, time to rest. Traumatized little guys. All right, so when you have about 15 minutes left to the second rise of your rolls, you're gonna wanna get a pot, fill it with about 2 quarts of water, and you're gonna add half a cup of baking soda. All right, get that stirred in, and then you're gonna bring this to a boil. You're gonna poach your rolls before you bake them. That's what gives them that nice pretzel-y texture. This is the trick that no one ever told you about. Except for me, because I'm your friend. All right, so we're gonna wanna bring this to a boil. All right, so these have been proofing for about another 45 minutes. Look at them, they're huge. They got huge. All right, so now we're ready to poach them. So we have our water ready, boiling with the baking soda in it. So we'll probably do like 4 at a time. All right, and drop them right into the water. All right, and you're gonna boil them for about 2 minutes on one side, and then give them a flip, and then boil them for like about another minute. All right, so you let these puppies boil. All right, so they've been boiling for 2 minutes. Now you're gonna carefully flip them over. I guess I should have made it a little bit tighter on the bottom. All right, and now we're gonna boil these for 1 more minute. All right, so they've been boiling for another minute, so now they're ready to come out. So I'm just gonna give them another flip. Look how big it got, sheesh. All right, so you're gonna wanna put it on a rack. I'm sure, you can put a paper towel underneath to catch some of the water that's gonna be dripping out. All right, we got these guys out of here. I did not think these were gonna come out this big. Surprise. But a pleasant surprise. All right, so we're gonna let these drain for a little bit, and now we're gonna boil the other ones. All right, once you have allowed your rolls to drip all the water off, you're gonna wanna brush them with a little bit of an egg wash. All right, it's just 1 egg that I mixed together with just about a tablespoon or 2 of water. All right, so now you wanna get these all nice and coated. All right, we're gonna do the rest of them. All right, once you got them all coated with the egg wash, you're gonna wanna make an incision, any kind of pattern you wanna do. So I'm just gonna do a regular X on top of all of these. All right. All right, we're gonna do the rest of them, and then, all right, and once you got that all done, you're gonna wanna top with some kosher salt. Now this is really gonna give it that real pretzel flavor. All right, put as much or as little as you want. You definitely need a little bit of salt, but like whenever I eat pretzels, I always take the salt off anyway because the flavor is still there, but you know what, who needs that much salt? So you wanna get this all nice and coated, all right. Then into a preheated 400-degree oven, it's gonna go for about 12 to 15, 17 minutes. I mean, you can make them as dark as you want. If you want like a real pretzel, you wanna get them nice and dark. Don't burn them, obviously. But I don't need them that dark. I'm gonna give them a nice golden color. So probably about 15 minutes. So into the oven, they're gonna go. All right, so 18 minutes later, I took these out of the oven. Oh my gosh, do you see these things? They're beautiful, and they're light, they're spongy. Oh, I gotta let these cool. That was hot. I'm gonna let these cool, and then we're gonna give them a try. Oh, can't wait. All right, so we've allowed these pretzel rolls to cool. Now time to taste. Lily, you'll get yours in a second. My turn. Chewy. Oh, it's like eating a giant pretzel. Wow, that's good. Oh, so yummy. It's so easy to make. I need to dip this in some cheese sauce. Yeah. So good.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks.